after the events of Dragon Ball Super Broly. Though we don't see those events in the manga, just assume it's basically the same as the movie. Goku and Vegeta are training and talking about never fighting together again. Now on Earth, he quickly goes around saving the other human fighters, then teleports to the main battlefield where he can easily handle Sagambo. Goku is actually moving so fast, only Jocko and Moro can see him. A true testament to how much stronger he's gotten. Moro and Goku have a little bromance until Sagambo gets back up and interrupts. So Goku puts him down again, but he just keeps getting back up. It turns out that Moro has given him more power and continues to give him even more power on top of that. But Sagambo's body can't handle it. After a few more power boosts, Sagambo drops dead, leaving only Moro for Goku to face. Goku gets angry at how Moro treated Sagambo, but he tells Moro he's ready to show the power he's gained from his training. In an instant, the rage leaves his face as he closes his eyes and returns to base form. When he opens them, he's transformed. But this isn't something Moro has seen before.
No force to the deity. That's right. The initial stage of the technical god. Ultra Instinct Sun.
Goku and Moro begin to clash, and it seems that Goku has the upper hand. Moro's magic proves a little tricky, but it's nothing that Goku can't handle. Gohan tells his father to go all out, not worrying about capturing the Earth, since they can fix it with the Dragon Ball. The same thing Goku said to Gohan in the Cell Saga. I'm sure this is the only Cell Saga reference. As the fight goes on, it becomes more even, the more magic Moro uses, absorbing Goku's ki. When he finally does try to get a lock on Goku to steal energy from him, Goku begins to move at top speed to avoid it. With Moro's main ability nullified, it seems like Goku can actually win the fight. Back on Beerus' planet, Whis and Meris are observing the battle. Whis praises Meris' training and asks if they'll see Goku's silver-haired form as well, but Meris says no. Back on Earth, Moro snickers and tells Goku energy absorption isn't his win condition. He's been holding back his power until this very moment. Once Moro powers up, he's easily able to grab Goku and drain his ki. Moro even noticed that Goku can't maintain the form for extended battles. With Goku back in his base, it seems hopeless, but thankfully Goku still has more power left, and what Moro said made him even more confident he can win this fight if he attacks with everything he has. Now with both of them at full power, they're back to a virtually even fight. Meris and Whis aren't sure if Goku's strategy is the best, but Moro is stronger than Goku and Meris predicted, so he doesn't have a choice but to gamble it all on this. Back on Yardrat, Vegeta has finally mastered the technique he needs to beat Moro. He asks Vibara to be teleported to Earth, but Yardrats are forbidden from teleporting off their planet, and even if they could, they can't teleport somewhere they've never been before. This is weird, because in the Cell Saga, Goku went to New Namek despite never being there before, and never meeting any of the Namekians on the planet. But I guess the explanation of looking for key signatures like Piccolo's is good enough? I don't know. This tension is pretty forced. Anyway, even if these arbitrary rules weren't in place, Vibara can't sense Goku because he's using God Ki. So Vegeta just asks to be taught instant transmission since he needs to get to Earth as soon as possible. Goku tries to use as much power as he can, but relying on power alone only hinders Ultra Instinct, so he loses the fight and is knocked out of Ultra Instinct sign. The androids step in to help since their energy can't be absorbed, which allows Goku to survive. On Yardrat, Vegeta desperately tries to lock onto Goku's ki, but he can't do it. Vibara senses that Goku's ki has returned and offers to break their rules for this emergency, but Vegeta says he can do it. So he tries again, and after locking onto Goku's ki, he teleports off Yardrat and arrives on Earth. Android 17 and 18 are doing their best, but they aren't strong enough to beat Moro. Vegeta appears on the battlefield right after. Goku is shocked to see him use instant transmission, but he assures Goku that he probably can never use it again. Vegeta then has the androids back off and steps in to fight Moro himself. Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and taunts Moro.
You want someone stronger than you? You found him.
Even after talking big, Vegeta's first attack barely phases Moro. It seems like he was just hyping himself up with nothing to support it. Everyone thinks Vegeta is going crazy since he clearly can't win, but don't worry, Piccolo assures everyone that Vegeta has never been one to misread an opponent's training. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just too funny. Anyways, as Vegeta continues to fight, it becomes clear that Moro is being worn down and Vegeta is starting to deal damage. Goku is the first to realize it, and he knows what technique Vegeta is using.
Vegeta, this new move of yours, it's force
returns to his older self and asks what Vegeta has done.
All that spirit you stole for yourself, those souls, that life energy, I've simply liberated it.
It's like Moro's planet-eating power, or a spirit bomb in reverse. Goku explains to the others that for spirit fission tears things apart that were combined through fusion or absorption. Vegeta even says he could separate Piccolo, Nail, and Kami if he wanted to. This is cool, but it causes a tiny and annoying issue as well. If Goku knew about this technique since he was on Yardrat, wouldn't he think it useful to learn after facing beings like Cell or Boo, who literally absorb people? It would have been much better if him knowing about the technique just wasn't included, I think. Anyway, Vegeta is flirting with Goku instead of focusing on the battle like the tsundere that he is, until Moro jumps back into the fight. There's still nothing he can do, and Moro's body begins to return to its old state. At this rate, he'll die from old age rather than the fight at hand. As the energy returns to the planet they were stolen from, some will be restored, but those who were dead for too long will sadly remain dead. New Namek is a case where people did get revived despite being dead for over 2 months. Eska thinks it's the Dragon Balls protecting them, and I'm not going to complain about this, but it is weird. All this weird stuff, by the way, has been happening in one chapter. I don't know what was going on this month. Piccolo rambles about how Vegeta has become a better person and how Goku hasn't changed since day one, something I vehemently disagree with, though it isn't worth getting into here. Moro asks if Vegeta thinks he isn't going to hell, but Vegeta thinks he likely is, possibly due to the conversation he had with Piccolo in the Buu Saga, and his own self-reflection in this very arc.
At the end of the day, I'm a villain too. I've been prepared for that for quite some time.
After that passes, Moro uses his magic to escape, and he fries Shirameca and devours 7-3. This causes Moro to transform and become even stronger than he was before, since 7-3 had a backup of Moro saved within him, power and all. That's right, Moro has achieved some sort of perfection, you could say, by absorbing an android. That sounds vaguely familiar. With this new strength, Moro is easily able to handle Vegeta, and now there's no one that can oppose him. Vegeta gets back up and tries to use Force Spirit Fission again, but Moro has seen through the technique, realizing that Vegeta needs to inflict damage in order for it to work, so he just has to avoid his attacks. Gohan says it's fine since 7-3's copy ability only lasts 30 minutes, so they can stall him out, but Moro tells them that 7-3's copy is simply returning to the original, so no such time limit should exist. A similar thing happened with Merge the Moss in the Dragon Ball Super manga, so this makes sense. Then Moro even grabs Vegeta's neck and copies his abilities as well. He uses a Big Bang attack to finish the Saiyan Prince, and Piccolo even notes that with Force Spirit Fission, Moro can even nullify fusion. With no one left to fight, Dende makes the courageous decision as Earth's god to go down and help them by healing everyone. Krillin has a bag of Senzu and is trying his best to make it back to them as well. As those two make their way over, the main battle has to stop. Gohan and Piccolo make an opening for Goku to use an instant transmission Kamehameha, and if that wasn't enough of a reference, Moro just regenerates from it like Cell does. Then he stabs his newly created arm through Goku's chest. Also, Moro makes up some bullshit about having 7-3's old copy abilities forever. Why? Who knows? It literally doesn't make sense. He could have just grabbed Piccolo's neck again to regenerate. Then he uses Piccolo's telepathy so he can listen in on Dende, who's telling Piccolo he's coming to heal them. Because of that, Moro creates a barrier around the battlefield, so Krillin and Dende are now locked out. One by one, Moro starts to finish everyone off until only Jocko is left. Dende watches from outside the barrier in horror until it opens in front of him and an angel tells him it isn't over yet. Then we see Maris save Jocko at the last second, imbuing a blaster shot with his own energy. Before Moro could see what happened, all the injured fighters were moved somewhere else so they could be healed by Dende. Maris then begins to battle Moro, and the Planet Eater notes that Maris has no detectable energy even though he did before. Maris is actually using his God Ki, and because of it, he's actually doing well. Meanwhile, Whis and Beerus are over with Dende and the others. They were the ones who got them away from Moro, but with that done, Beerus says they're going to Bulma's place for some food. Dende begins to heal everyone, starting with Goku. It takes a little bit longer because of the type of wound he has, but eventually Goku is fully healed. When he learns that Maris is fighting Moro, though, he flies over immediately. Goku stops Maris before he disappears.